Hello, friends. Welcome back to Aaron's Anxiety. I am your host, Aaron, your personal guide through anxiety. Before we get started, hit that like button. I think I got it this time. Right there. That's where I'm committing. I'm committing that this right here is where it's at. So if this is where it's at, hit it. Thank you. Comment, subscribe. Let me know how you're doing, how your anxiety is going. A lot of you, whether you know it or not, if you comment on a regular basis, I actually do kind of keep tabs on you, and I do kind of follow your story as you comment. So if you are going through something, the odds are I probably remember you, and I do like the updates to see how you guys, because most people are progressing really well. So that being said, today's topic, this is the third time I've made this video. That's why I was laughing in the very beginning of it, because when I first started, like I just made a 10-minute video and I canceled it because I was thinking, you know what? I'm giving out a lot of information about other people that I probably shouldn't be giving out. Not with anxiety people, but with people with their own anxiety channels. Good, bad, or indifferent. You know what I mean? Like it was like all the above. And so I'm not to say like I was, ragging on people, because I wasn't. But this is a topic that I want to address. I just want to go about it correctly and respectfully, okay? As you guys know, I'm a firm believer in what you intake into your brain on a daily basis, whether you can think you're noticing it or not, is very important. So if you're constantly watching the news, CNN, Fox, all these things, and they're always going to have these horrible stories, because bad news sells. So they're always going to have all these horrible stories about, oh, this bus flipped over in Kenya and all these people died, and oh, there's a little girl with leukemia over here and she's blah, blah, blah. And then, it's always like these horrible stories that really kind of like make you feel bad, but bad news travels fast and they know it. Bad news sells. But keep in mind, whether you think you are or not, you're retaining that in your brain. Your brain is a sponge. It remembers every single thing that happened to you ever. Whether you can bring it into your conscious mind or not, it's in there. So that being said, it's very important when you're going through your anxiety journey to keep that in mind as well. Okay, so where I was going before is I have some people that I know that have anxiety channels, and they're great. And some people that have started because of me, and I appreciate that. That is awesome. And I would never talk bad about anybody, and I'm not going to. You guys know me. I'm a glass half full kind of person. But even being glass half full, it is important to see the writing on the wall with some things. And so I'm going to give you guys an example, and I'm not going to tell you who it is, okay? Because I'm not affiliated with them, and I've only talked to them through text message. They got a hold of me, okay? But it's a great example. There's a YouTuber. I'm not going to say his name. He's got a YouTube channel. And it's not like the anxiety guy. It's not him. Obviously, it's not him. I've talked to him through comments like a long time ago, but that was it. This guy contacted me, got a hold of me, looked me up on Facebook, blah, 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 blah. So he's telling me, hey, I got this anxiety channel as well, blah, blah, blah. And so then he proceeds to go on and tell me all about his anxiety and his symptoms and how he's in this deep, dark place and what can he do to get out of it. And so he's looking at me for advice, which I do that a lot. I do that all the time, whether it's in person. I've talked to people over the phone. I've talked to people through messaging, text messaging. And so this guy was messaging me. And so I get onto his channel, okay? I go to his channel because, if you guys have a channel and you want me to see it, I would love to see it, because I love following the journeys and seeing the progression. And if I can help in any way, I will definitely do that. That's what the Aaron's Anxiety Facebook account's for, right? So yeah, if you have one, let me know. I love it. But this guy in particular, okay, he had a video. And now keep in mind, this guy had way more subscribers than I have, okay? Way more, especially at the time that I was doing all this. And I got onto his channel, and he had a whole video where he was just reaming his subscribers, okay? And his viewers. And he was saying things like, look, I'm not your doctor, and blah, blah, this, which is important to say, yeah, because I say that all the time too. I'm not your doctor, but I can give you advice based off of my experience. And so if that's helpful to you and that's beneficial to you, Great. But he was saying it kind of rudely, like, hey, I don't want to hear all of your symptoms, and I don't want to hear all the side effects of medications. Stop messaging me. Stop asking me questions. You need to figure this out on your own. This, that, the other thing. Very abrasively, too. Like, he was really kind of indignant, and it was bad. And I was thinking to myself, he's portraying on his channel that he is fixed, he is away from anxiety, and he's put it behind him, and he ain't anybody's lackey, and he's not going to help anybody anymore. So you can imagine my surprise when I refer back to the texts or the messages that he was sending me about him seeking help, and that he is in a bad place, and that he wants to get through this anxiety, but he doesn't know how. And so I just thought to myself, wow, this guy has so many subscribers, so many people that followed his journey, and he's giving them advice of things that he hasn't even accomplished. Like getting to the safe, what I call the safe space in your brain of anxiety. That moment you can look back from a third neutral party perspective and go, wow, that was crazy. I don't want to be there again. And I also don't want people that I know or just people in general to be there either. So what can I do to get past this and help other people pass this? So keep that in mind, that some people don't believe in the product that they're selling. Okay. So for me, I wholeheartedly believe that if you want this, if this is something that you really want, and you want to get to the point where I'm at now, and a lot of people on the Aaron's Anxiety family page on Facebook are at, you're going to have to put in the work. Okay. They put in the work. I put in the work. You're going to have to put in the work. If you're in a bad place, or even if you're in a place that's better, but you still want to get to a better place where you're neutral across the board, and you're in a safe place in your head where you feel like you're back to normal, the old you, that is absolutely possible, because I am literally living it, and I know several people that are. You can do it. You just have to want it, and you have to put yourself in front of the right people that are telling you correct information and believable, real information. Not just jawing on about whatever. See what I'm saying? So, be very mindful of that. Be mindful of what you're putting in your head as far as the news goes. I'm on a page on Facebook called Good News Only. I do think that bad news has its value as far as learning from other people's mistakes. That's anxiety in a nutshell. But also, it's important to surround yourself with good information, because whether you believe it or not, your brain is absorbing all the information and storing it in there. So, I mean, if you had to have information in there, whether you want it or not, wouldn't you rather it be happy, good? Because that's going to outlook the rest of your day. If you woke up this morning and you go, oh, a school bus in your local area flipped over and several children are hurt, possibly dead, blah, blah, blah. You're going to go to work thinking, oh my God, that's so horrible. I hope everybody's okay. And they're so worried. Whereas you're not any better or worse for the information. As long as you don't know anybody there, it's not helping you at all. And there's nothing you can do to prevent what had already happened. See what I'm saying? But if you wake up and you look at your news feed and it says, oh, well, look, this guy saved 3 children from a burning building and got out alive. And then come to find out they were orphans and he adopted them and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's a crazy good story. Now you're happy going to work, and that sets the tone for the day. And it happens all throughout the day. You see what I'm saying? So be very mindful, in a nutshell, of what you're doing, who you're taking advice from, who you're deciding not to take advice from, because that's just as important as taking advice from the wrong people, is not taking advice from the right people. So, all right, friends, I hope this video isn't too convoluted and too hard to follow, but I do think that there's a lot of great information in it and a lot of good wisdom to be drawn from here. The world isn't all hearts and flowers, but you can choose to see hearts and flowers through the dirt. See what I'm saying? All right, friends. I'm going to let this video go here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Join us on the Aaron's Anxiety family page on Facebook. We would love to have you. A lot of great people in a lot of different points of their journey. So there's a lot of great advice and helpful people there to get you to where you want to be. Nobody's making any money. We're just here to help. All right, friends. Until next time, I'm Aaron. You're awesome. And I'll see you in the next video.